Morecambe in its heyday. The super swimming stadium, the centre of a booming tourist destination, fondly remembered by those who've seen the town's decline since then.
It was fabulous. It was just a fabulous, fun place to be. It was all our second home, and anyone who was born in the 50s will say the same.
So that was the heyday. What happened next?
The buildings were left to rack and ruin. They had weeds growing out of them. Nobody was putting any money into it because they couldn't see a future.
But now is a new heyday on the horizon. This is the site where Morecambe's pool once stood, empty for decades. Now £50 million from the government's Levelling Up Fund to turn it into this, a new Eden project that locals hope will pull tourists back to the area. The Prime Minister certainly happy to make a visit, promoting a local win, selling a national message.
What does levelling up mean? Because you hear it a lot. Now, for me, it's something very simple. It's about spreading opportunity and creating jobs in every single part of our country.
The first time we've heard Rishi Sunak's definition of levelling up. The slogans might sound the same, but the reality is different to what came before. 111 projects costing £2.1 billion. Money for deprived towns like this one in the northwest. Incredibly welcome for local residents. But this is levelling up Rishi Sunak style, done differently to the way that his predecessor Boris Johnson would have done. And with different priorities comes different funding, money going to places that might surprise some. Compare today's funding to the last round, and the change is clear. There's now a smaller share for Yorkshire and the Midlands, more for London, the South West and South East. Good news for places like Folkestone. It's won £20 million for its town centre, more than many deprived areas further north. Local leaders argue the south needs help too.
There is as much deprivation around in the southeast as there is anywhere else in the country, especially in the seaside towns.
Well, you organised Sunshine, which is brilliant.
Yeah, always.
and we brought the investment. So.
Rishi Sunak first won popularity as the COVID Chancellor, splashing the cash. Now the numbers are smaller and there are as many losers as there are winners. Will he get the payoff he wants? Sam Coates, Sky News, Morecambe.